One of the very good friends of the Tom Woods Show is our old friend, I do that all the time, don't I? Our old friend so-and-so who's been on like once. Our old friend Gene Epstein. But Gene could not be here with us today because of the bar mitzvah for his grandson. And he felt bad about this. So Gene said, could I please play a greeting video for you at your 2000th episode. Now, I think we all know the risk we're running letting Gene have a video, because obviously the entire second half could be taken up by Gene's video. But I am assured that his video clocks in at under 10 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to watch our good friend, Gene Epstein.
Tom, this is Gene Epstein giving you video greetings on your 2000th with deep apologies about my inability to show up physically at this event. I want to explain to the assembled throng the reason for my absence. As you know, Tom, you had honored me by appointing me as a mystery guest at your 2000th, while burdening me with having to lie to everybody about not planning to show up, since you said you got to be a mystery guest and therefore it's got to be a surprise. So people would ask me, are you going to Tom's 2000? And I would mumble something about, oh, I can't really make it because family obligations and all that sort of stuff. And I looked a little lame, but I did it for you, Tom. I lied for you. And then what happened? What happened was, a couple of months ago, I suddenly get a note in my email that my grandson's bar mitzvah is going to be that very evening. So, of course, if you're watching this now on the evening of Tom's big event, just imagine me in the synagogue getting nachas from observing my grandson do his haftorah. You know what happened, though, when I got that invitation, Tom? I saw the date, I matched it with your date, October 16th, and I had the temerity to write my son, you sure it's got to be on October 16th? I'm supposed to be in Florida at Tom Woods' 2000th. Can't you make the bar mitzvah some other day? Now, that was pretty damn stupid of me. My son immediately wrote me back that the rabbi is all set, the synagogue is all set, and may Jehovah strike me dead for asking such a dumb question. And so you understand, Tom, between going to your bar mitzvah or my grandson's bar mitzvah, I had very little choice. But ironically, I could have made up, in retrospect, I could have made up the lie, no, I can't make it to Tom's bar mitzvah because I got to go to my grandson's bar mitzvah, which turned out to be true. So that's why I can't be there. But I want to continue, Tom, to give you my good wishes and congratulate you in particular on your ability to have found over a year ago, I believe it was, the perfect excuse for why you are not the 21st century answer to Murray Rothbard. I heard you say, Tom, that Murray Rothbard had no kids, but you have 5 daughters. And how can you be expected to match Murray Rothbard's achievements when you have 5 daughters? So, of course, I want to say to Regina and all your 5 daughters, obviously, your dad can resort to the best excuse possible. When in doubt, blame the kids for the fact that he's not quite the Murray Rothbard he hoped to be. Now, girls, you can respond, I think, if your roast hasn't occurred yet, by pointing out to Dad that maybe there's some other reason why he doesn't measure up to Murray Rothbard. Maybe he doesn't quite have the chops for it. Now, I want to go easy on you, Tom. I'm not the 21st century answer to Murray Rothbard either. But, of course, I don't use my kids as an excuse. I just don't have the chops for it. Now, I also found, Tom, I did a calculation, and I have found, very much to my pleasant surprise, that I have actually been on as many as 41 separate episodes of your show. And the first appearance I made was in your 450th show on July 21st of 2015. And since then, I've done 41 episodes, which actually comes to 9.1% of all of the Tom Woods episodes since then. So I claim 9.1% of the credit, Tom, for the great success that you have had. And I also want to tell you that, remember, when you had me on for Gene Epstein Week, where I did 5 episodes, I said, no, to really cover me, you need to do a Gene Epstein month. Well, you actually have done a Gene Epstein month, Tom. 41 episodes is plenty for everybody. That's even more than a month. Now, Tom, you've always regarded me as a kind of a likable or lovable eccentric, but you've behaved in certain eccentric ways yourself. You want me to continue to be slightly perverse. I remember years ago you told me that I sit in a squeaky chair every time I do an interview with you, and I said, well, I got a better chair. You said, oh, no, don't do that. Keep your squeaky chair. That's part of your signature, Gene. That's part of your style. Well, I ignored you, Tom, and I got a chair that isn't squeaky. And then more recently, you told me that I have this habit of of just signing off right away. When you say goodbye to me on the air, I hang up right away because I got better things to do. Whereas other people stick around a little bit afterwards and exchange a little goodbye. And I said, well, that's rude, Tom. I'll stop doing that. He said, no. Keep doing that because that's your style, Gene. Well, once more recently, I believe we did an interview and I didn't sign off, and it was kind of awkward between us because you said, you haven't said, yeah, goodbye, Tom. But that went okay. And then actually in my most recent interview, you were joking sort of at my expense because you said, welcome back, Gene. And then it took 14 minutes before we got to the actual topic. I dwelt on all kinds of other ruminations and all kinds of reflections about you. And that, I set the indoor record for the welcoming part of the interview. And that inspires me to suggest maybe some kind of an ultimate Tom Woods prank. I remember, Tom, of course, your most shocking prank. Of course, I should say to your audience that those of us who know Tom well know that he probably loves pranks almost as much as he loves liberty. Your most shocking prank was that time on Contra Krugman when Bob Murphy, per usual, said something like, I've got one or two more. Can I mention one or two more things? And you said no, and the show abruptly ended. I was shocked. And then it took me about a minute to realize that's one of Tom's pranks where he really outdid himself. Well, maybe you and I could do a crazy prank, Tom, where instead of getting to the topic, we keep doing a welcoming session where I keep ruminating and digressing and doing my thing. And then you say, well, we've got no time for the topic. Now, that's probably not a good idea for a prank, Tom, but I just float the idea for a guy like you. Well, as I mentioned, I've been proud to be a part of your show, but the other, 91% of the episodes, even since I've appeared, have been with others. And the knowledge I've gained over the years from listening to Tom's show has been immense. There's no way for me to review it, no way for me to go over it. The information is great. The insights are great. But then when I really ask myself, at the end of the day, why is it that every morning when my fingers do the walking over my machine, over my cell phone, my smartphone, why do my fingers always walk to the Tom Woods show? Well, that's because, as I realized a while back, and as I once told you, Tom, it's because you lift my mood. It turns out it has almost nothing specifically to do with the content. It's just hearing your voice, hearing you steer a guest through different insights, lifts my mood. If I'm feeling down, I feel a lot less down. If I'm feeling reasonably good, I feel a lot better. You lift my mood, Tom, and that's an immense achievement. So continue to do these episodes. Let's get to the 3,000th, and the 4,000th, and 5,000th, if for no other reason than that you lift Gene Epstein's mood. And then you can point out to your daughters, no, I'm not the 21st century answer to Murray Rothbard, but I do lift Gene Epstein's mood every time I do a broadcast, a podcast, I should say. And that, Tom, should be reason enough to continue doing all the great things you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lyn Ulbricht to the stage.
Hello?
Hi, Ross. It's Peter from Bitcoin Magazine.
You good to go?
Yep.
All right. Hello, this is Ross Ulbricht. I'm calling you today from prison, from a maximum security federal penitentiary. We don't have much time together today, and I don't know if I'll get another chance to talk to you like this. I'll say as much as I can, but when it's time to go, I'll have to hang up and go back to my cell. I have lost my freedom. That's what I want to talk to you about today. I want you to understand what it means to lose your freedom.
That was my son, Ross Ulbricht, calling in from maximum security prison in Tucson, or as I call it, his cage. Ross is in there because of his role in the Silk Road website that he created. It was a marketplace, an online marketplace that ran on Bitcoin and was based on the non-aggression principle and voluntary interaction. People were allowed to freely exchange what they wanted as long as it didn't hurt a third party. So, for example, no child pornography was permitted because it hurts a child. No stolen property was permitted because it hurts the owner of the property, and so on. But drugs were permitted, and people exchanged them, and most commonly marijuana, small amounts of marijuana. And for this, Ross got a double life plus 40-year sentence without parole. Death in prison. So he got very, very frustrated about this and gave a talk. And one of the things he said about his sentence, he said, "I'm a non-violent first-time offender, but if nothing changes, I'll spend the next few decades in this cage. Then sometime later this century, I'll grow old and die, and I'll finally leave prison, but I'll be in a body bag." So this talk was broadcast at Bitcoin 2020, a huge Bitcoin conference in Miami last June. 12,000 people came. And again, because Ross had been muzzled, he'd been told by his attorneys, don't speak out, don't say anything, it could be used against you. And the prison also, it's not easy to speak out. But finally, he was just like, I gotta speak out. I'm willing to take the chance, I'm willing to be punished, whatever. And this talk, you can hear the whole thing, it's 25 minutes on our website, freeross.org. It's raw, it's powerful, and it's very authentic. Nick Gillespie said to me that the audience was galvanized by it. And at the end, Ross got a huge standing ovation, and people were screaming, "Free Ross." It was great. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. In the talk, he discusses how he has survived so far and what he's gone through. But most of all, he wants everybody to know and to understand what it means to lose your freedom. He says, it's more than being locked in a cage and the devastation that it brings to your family. He said, locking someone in a cage until they die, it's such a horrific thing to do. So, and Ross took a survey in the prison he was in among the prisoners, and he said, if you had a choice between being tortured for a finite time, physically tortured, like flogging or pulling out your fingernails or, horrible tortures, or being in here, serving time, they all choose torture, physical torture. And that says to me and to him that, it's torture to do what they're doing to people. And I know this is probably the least likely group to disagree with that. It's like you guys are totally understand freedom and how valuable and important it is. And in fact, we've had so many supporters from you. I know a lot of you are here and so appreciate it. In fact, the Libertarian Party they unanimously passed a resolution in 2018 at the National Convention calling upon President Trump to issue clemency to Ross. It was unanimous, which I don't think libertarians are unanimous very often, so I was really happy about that. Yeah. In the talk, Ross talked about the darkness of the prison and how people forget it and ignore it, and they're kept out of sight. And so he says, "Here I am, crying out from the darkness. This is a cry for help. I'm crying out not just for me, but for all of us. Because there's hundreds of thousands of people serving death in prison sentences, and the majority are nonviolent drug offenders." He said, "We need your help. We need you to care. We need you to look at what it means to be locked in a cage until you die." It's so easy to forget prisoners. They're shut away. They're buried alive. And they're in a concrete tomb, really. And Ross, because of COVID, literally spent 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for months and months on end in a 8x10 metal box. And then for the rest of the year, it was 22 hours a day. Those were the good days. I can't think of anything more fundamentally unfree and a violation of freedom than being kept in an 8x10 metal box. So Ross says, and by the way, he's managed to stay sane. He's really managed it well, and he's still strong, and yeah. He did a lot of meditation, a lot. So Ross says, we have a choice today, right now. Do we ignore what's happening? The loss of freedom, the dehumanization, or do we wake up? It's time to wake up. And he talks about how ironic it is that he started Silk Road to further the things he cared about: freedom, privacy, equality. And then he says, and by making Silk Road, I wound up in a place where those things don't exist. These prisons are full, he said. I'm not alone. These prisons are full of people who don't deserve this. We are mothers and fathers. We are sisters and brothers. We are sons and daughters. But we've been made into monsters in your eyes. We've been made less than human. And of course, that's exactly what the media and prosecutors and trolls on the internet have done to Ross. They've depicted him as this violent kingpin thug, which couldn't be farther from the truth. And just been smearing him. And that's one of the reasons he's like, I'm just speaking out now, no matter what, because I'm fed up with it. So we're not going to quit. We're not going to give up on getting Ross out. That's not going to happen. The way I look at it, it's people and paperwork. It's a signature on a piece of paper. And it's not impossible. It happens. And in fact, Ross and I personally know two people who overcame life sentences recently, both nonviolent drug offenders. One of them was for marijuana. He was serving life, and it was in the same state, Colorado, where it was legal on the state level, and he was serving life for marijuana. He was commuted. His sentence was commuted, thankfully. And the other one, Leonard Picard, was in there for LSD for 20 years, and he got out on a compassionate release, and now he's working with researchers on the benefits of LSD. So we've seen friends get out, and as Ross says, he says, every time it happens, I weep for joy. And I was on the phone with him when I told him about Leonard, and he said he started crying with joy. He's like, he just was overcome that Leonard was out, he was free. He says, seeing a person regain their freedom, seeing them reunite with their family, there's nothing like it. It's so beautiful, it hurts. It feels like a miracle. We need more miracles. And Ross is right. We need a miracle. I want my miracle. I want Ross home. And I believe this can happen. And finally, Ross challenges us. He says, I challenge you to set your sights on the hardest problems. I challenge you to shine a light into the darkest places. I challenge you to set us free. So I just say, thank you. I am so grateful for all the support that's in this room for Ross and me and our fight, our family. And I say, please join me into continuing to take up the challenge. There's ways you can help. We have the website, freeross.org. On there is a red button where you can click to sign a petition. We are almost to 500,000 signatures. It really helps to have that when I talk to a legislator and I can say, this is a movement. This is something to pay attention to, and they're impressed. Please share it and Ross's story on social media. Anyone who has political connections, that I can talk to that maybe would take this on to, discuss it in politics and in Washington, whatever. That's how things get done. And just in general, any ideas you have, I'm very reachable. Freeross.org, every page has a footer with my email. So thank you so much. It's such a privilege to be here, and just helps us keep going to have people like you standing with us. Thank you so much.
Miracle, which Lyn just mentioned, didn't require a miracle at all. On the last couple of days of his presidency, Trump could have pardoned or commuted Ross, and all that would have happened is a few snarky drug warriors would have given him a hard time on Twitter for a couple of days. He could be out right now. But it is time for something a tad lighter. We are going to play Tom Woods' version of the Family Feud game, but with slightly less attractive people than normal. So it's my job tonight, my duty, to introduce the two teams, and they are Team Horton, run by Scott Horton, whom I used to know years ago as kind of a scrawny little baggy pants skater punk dude with a chain wallet. Oh, well, he's kind of like now. And Team Woods, captained by none other than Tom Woods. So let's have a round of applause as our participants come out. So for Team Horton, we have Tho Bishop from the Mises Institute. Come on out, Tho. Tho has gone full Lynyrd Skynyrd as he approaches age 30. Next up for Team Tom Woods our video star from earlier in the evening, the philosopher. Come on out. You guys are on that side. Come on out. Next up for Team Horton, Angela McCardle. Come on out, Angela. Next up for Team Horton, Michael Bolden. That's Team Horton. You're Team Horton also. Yep. Next up for Team Woods, the Libertarian Party's favorite person, Karen Ann Harlos. Come on, guys, you got to get on your team side here. Next up for Team Horton, Doc Dixon from earlier. Nope. And finally, on Tom Woods' team, the great Eric July. Yeah. And finally, on Tom Woods' team, Michael Moresco. There he is. All right, so here are our teams, ladies and gentlemen. You've all seen the Family Feud game on TV. Those of us of a certain age will recall Richard Dawson. Some of you won't. So each team has a buzzer. I'm going to be the sole, absolute, and arbitrary judge of who presses the buzzer first. So I don't want to hear any objections. Yeah, okay, I'm the referee. This is the technology. Okay? So what's going to happen is we're going to go through 5 questions. We're going to have a winning team. We're going to see the correct answers up on the board, or the most popular answers. And whichever team wins in the first 5 questions will stay up here. The other team will walk away like the losers they are and be replaced by 5 random audience members who will be as good or better than you this evening. So is everybody ready? So this is the Family Feud board. I have the questions.
So it's the 2 of us.
The answers. So the first round will be Scott
versus Woods.
Horton versus Woods, the team leaders.
Woods, baby. Here we go. All right, ready?
All right, I'm going to look at this. Name the government agency you'd abolish first. Oh, the machine says it's Scott.
The Department of Defense.
Do we have Department of Defense? Ooh. This is a family show, Scott.
That's right. You statists.
All right, so since this team didn't win, Tom gets an opportunity to give his.
I do.
Okay.
And my answer is? I say the IRS.
IRS.
Good answer. Good answer.
Oh, it's number 2.
All right.
So do you want to play or do you want to give this to the Woods?
Yeah, we're definitely going to play this.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, well, no, this is supposed to stay with
Oh.
we'll use your mic.
Yes, we will.
Yes, because we're the winners. You know, we get to use the technology. All right.
What's
The
happening?
philosopher, what's the government agency that the respondents would abolish first?
The Federal Reserve?
Federal Reserve, is it on the board? Oh.
Yeah! Tom was 2K.
Karen Ann Harlos, the pressure's on.
The Department of Homeland Security.
You say.
Homeland Security? No.
I'm with you.
Eric, you got a lot of pressure. There's 1 strike left.
I'm going with the Department of Education.
Department of Education. Oh, 3rd. Clearly won. And finally, Michael.
I'll go with the ATF.
And there it is,
Yes, yes.
You guys continue.
Yeah, until we get 3 strikes. I didn't think it was going to get back to me. I thought somebody would get the 3rd strike. What would I do? You're all so crazy. What would I get rid of? I mean, there's nothing left. The CDC.
The CDC.
Come on.
Is it up
Come
there?
on, be creative. Oh, but that was a good one.
All right. All right.
All right.
Yeah, okay, team huddle.
Let's do this.
All right, those second.
They should all be gone anyways.
All right, go.
Okay? All of them. All right, we're going to go with DEA.
DEA, Drug Enforcement.
There you go.
Oh.
June.
All right, so now call out the other 2, please. CIA.
Good call.
And number 7.
Excellent.
All right.
We got 2 points.
Okay.
You against no.
Okay.
All right, it's close. It's close. We got this. We got this. Team Horton.
All right, it's Stowe versus the philosopher.
Okay.
Besides the Tom Woods Show, name a libertarian podcast you never miss. Oh, right. So,
The Human Action Podcast.
the Human Action Podcast. Is it up there?
Let's get this.
Wild, Jeff.
Okay.
All right, your chance.
You're welcome.
You're welcome with Michael Malice.
Yeah!
There it is.
Who's the headliner? I don't
Okay.
All right,
Do you
good.
choose to play?
Okay, yeah, we're going to play, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, so come on back. Come on back.
The Dave Smith Show, part of the problem.
The Dave Smith Show.
Yeah, that seems a good one.
Oh, number 1.
I really don't know, so I'm gonna promote my own shit. For Cannon's Sake by me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Is Eric on the board?
Doc's dying over here.
All right, Michael.
Where's the stretcher? Oh, man.
Well, you know, you stopped it. It was Contra Krugman was mine, but that's not going to work.
What was this?
That's just guess. Go to the board.
Yep.
That might be a good answer. Is that your answer, Michael?
Survey says.
Yep, that's my
Okay,
answer.
Contra Krugman podcast.
Okay, look, I got it. The Scott Horton Show, hello.
Scott Horton Show. Is Scott on the board?
I better be on there somewhere.
Number three.
Oh, come on.
I'll take 7.
The Scott Horton Show.
Laters for me.
I don't think there are any other podcasts.
All right, let's get them to Mike.
Man Beyond the Wall.
Thanks a lot,
Yes, you guys need to get this together.
Cloverdale, or do we do?
And part of the reason for the problem here is that all podcasts are awful.
Liberty.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on, Captain.
All right, we're ready.
Okay, let's see the board.
It's got to be the next person in line says it, though, right?
Oh,
or not?
really?
I don't want the responsibility. No, you say it. Just say the thing we all agreed on, and we'll be fine.
We're going to go with the Ron Paul Liberty Report.
Yeah.
There you go. Our strategy keeps paying off.
I think the next one is Free Man Beyond the Wall. That's
Angela.
Yeah, we win. We win the round.
Angela, your turn. Pressure's on.
No, we stole the round.
Oh, okay, the round.
Yeah. Our strategy's working perfect.
I believe we won this round.
Okay,
Let's
there we
just.
go. Well, yeah, let's see what's left on the board.
Bob Murphy.
That's for you, Pete.
There. Oldie but a goodie.
Come on, Luke. That's bullshit.
There you go.
All right. Okay, the points are adding up quickly.
You're on the buzzer now.
Go for it. All right, you got
Nope.
it.
We have Karen Ann versus Michael Walton. question. You've got the red button lit up. Try to control yourself.
I can't.
All right. So this name something associated with Tom Woods. Oh. Michael Bolden.
I'm going to go with podcasting.
Name something associated with Tom Woods. Podcasting is it an answer?
Wait, for the judge back there, if the Tom Woods Show is listed, that counts as podcasting. So get that board back up there and flip it over.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
That's very gracious, Tom.
Come on, the Tom Woods Show.
Is the Tom Woods Show on the list?
Survey says. I mean, you guys are all here for the Tom Woods Show. But he's known for islands.
Okay. Okay.
You got 2 X's for 1 bad answer.
Please forgive me. Being short.
That's not funny, Tom.
No. So we have one more strike?
Who's the 4th person down?
Angela.
It's Angela.
So Angela, you go. We have to try and get one thing about me?
All right. I'm going with ebooks.
Ebooks. Excellent. Ebooks has got to be on the board. Ebooks. Now they continue.
All right, so no, they win.
No,
So now
okay.
they decide if they want to play or pass.
Let's go.
There's a lot of them. Okay. Who's next? That's Doc.
Spontaneous order.
I think Doc's next.
Winner.
What's the category again?
Doc, it's things, name something associated with Tom Woods.
You can't. Well, no. You guys now. Am I the only one who knows how to play Family Feud? Am I the only one who knows how to play Family Feud? Look, okay. So now you won the fast, the initial thing. So now your team plays. So now it's Doc's turn. Then it'll be Scott's turn. So there's no collaborating now. Yeah.
Freedom of association.
So it's
First
your
Amendment,
turn, Doc.
Freedom of speech. Just talk.
So one thing you associate with
I
me
was
is knowledge of
complimenting
Family
him, where
Feud.
It's like this is a nice thing. We're talking and stuff, and
How is the Tom Woods Show not on?
your mom's here, Tom. You're acting out.
All right, what you got?
Okay, Doc.
Okay. Take it. This could go either way. Hawaiian shirts.
Hawaiian shirts. Okay, your turn, Scott.
I'm just a man.
It is.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking right
All right. Something associated with Tom Woods, huh? Well, instead of being funny, I'll try to actually win one. How about Harry's Razors?
Harry's Razors. Is it up there? Oh, Harry's Razors. That gives Tho a clue as to the next answer.
Oh, I'm going with nullification.
With what?
Nullification.
Nullification. Is nullification on the board? No. Michael Bolden.
Skillshare. Wait, were you just reading his shirt?
I think I'm going to go with Skillshare. I don't know where I thought of that one.
Skillshare. Oh.
That's a dumb answer. How about the Scott Horton show? Who told you that?
Yeah, we can. 3x5.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, I'm going to go with 3x5 cards.
5 cards of allowable opinion. Yes. Still alive, Team Horton, still alive.
All right, Bolden.
Got 2 strikes.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Hey, no helping now. Stop.
We need help.
Stop that. Stop.
My ear's itchy.
Stop it.
Austrian economics.
No, he's not an economist. Come on, we know that. Where's your... See, he doesn't have a degree. That's what the joke was, okay? It's not a personal thing. I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna go for the easy one, libertarianism.
Libertarianism. Ooh.
Why are we even here, people?
All right, comes back to Team Woods.
Okay. All right, you're not sure?
I told you what I think. But
I'm the captain. I'm going to go with Michael Malice. We're going to go with Michael Malice.
It's Michael Malice up there. So now they show us the remaining. All right, let's see the remaining answers. Smackers.
She said it.
Oh, wait. All right.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Yeah.
All right, it's Angela versus Eric July on question number 4. This is an easy one that you should both ace. Okay? Name the governor you'd most like to send to Guantanamo Bay. Eric July.
This. Gavin Newsom.
Is Gavin Newsom on the board? You guys can play or?
All right. So now it's up to you, Michael Malice.
Governor Murphy of New Jersey.
Governor Murphy. There we go. There we go. All right. Well, of course, Andrew Cuomo. All right. Andrew Cuomo. There he is.
Wait, Tom, is Gitmo co-ed? That could be risky.
I don't get the joke, but you're so funny. I just laugh. Okay. All right. Governor Gretchen Whitmer. I see you.
Yes. No, you can't tell me.
I know. I'm gonna bomb this one because I don't have the full set of sucky ass governor playing cards. I don't know any other terrible governors. Well, actually, I'm gonna say Paulus of Colorado just because I know him, Pontius Paulus, and he sucks. Governor Paulus. He does suck.
Ooh, I don't know, man. What's his name? Jay Inslee? Yeah.
Jay Inslee. He's terrible. I know.
So is Paulus.
This is tough, man.
I'm not thinking I should know the one out in Hawaii, but I can't remember her name.
They all suck.
Yeah, they all suck. I can't remember the name of the Hawaii governor, but the governor of Hawaii. Do I need to know the name?
You have to know the name. You have to know the name.
Name the governor. Name the governor.
Tom Wolf of Pennsylvania.
How many strikes was that?
That's 3.
What?
You have a chance to steal. You have a mic?
We need to talk about this, guys. You want to talk about it?
You should be talking about it while we're playing.
Name the governor you'd most like to send to Guantanamo Bay.
We're going to go with Governor Kate Brown.
Kay Brown. Okay. Oh. All right, let's see the last 2 answers. Oh. Yeah. All right.
Fresco and Dixon. Let's go.
Name a conspiracy theory you agree with. Hey, Michael Moresco.
Conspiracy theory I agree with.
You got to give a quick answer. You buzzed in.
Oh my God, I'm buzzed in. So that.
3 seconds.
Oh God, I'm dying. That COVID is a scam.
COVID is a scam.
Welcome to the speaking in tongues version of Family Feud.
I don't think that's right.
Operator error. I think we have the wrong.
Operator error. You guys get a redo.
That was going to be my answer.
Name the libertarian you'd want in your tribe during the zombie apocalypse.
Malice.
Oh, there he is.
Want to go for it? Yeah. We're going for it.
Maj Toure. The Scott Horton show should have been on that podcast list.
Okay, those up.
Yeah, those turn.
Those turn.
Okay. I'm going to go with Scott Horton.
Scott Horton.
Pirate Radio?
No.
Michael Malice is on the board.
I got to go with Eric July.
Eric July in the zombie apocalypse. There he is. Good answer.
No, him. Oh, her. Oh, y'all.
Oh, you took my answer. So much pressure. Who else is ripped?
The libertarian you'd want in your tribe during the zombie apocalypse.
Ron Paul.
Ron Paul. Deliver babies.
Horrible.
Okay, Doc, it's your turn.
That was going to be my answer. Ron Paul. There's no cable during the zombie apocalypse. People be having more free time. Be babies. Okay. Tom Woods.
Tom Woods. Is he there? No. 3 strikes and you're out. Yep.
3 strikes?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. We're going to say Glenn Jacobs. Kane.
Glenn Jacobs, Kane. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Well, we had 233 points.
Right.
Show us the whole board.
Show us the rest of the board. Bob Murphy, zombie. Pete Quinones. Thomas Massey. Oh, Adam Kokesh. All right, so who's the winning team?
Team Woods.
Team Woods, 231. Team Horton, 146. All right. All right, let's cue the music while Doc Dixon is going to find our next team to compete in the second round.
All right, to avenge our loss, if you're under 10 years old, raise your hand. No, wait, that won't work. Who wants to be up there? Sir, stand up. This is a job for a superhero. Take him out. Yeah, get up on it. Okay. Dude, I don't even know you. Get up there. Yeah, a couple drinks. Wait, what'd you?
Huh? I had a couple drinks.
You'll fit in fine. I'd have thought in a free market economy, someone you'd be driving $20 bills in the air. 50. Oh, no.
I'm just on camera.
What's your name?
Evie?
It's Evie, everybody. Get on up there, Evie. I feel like several people like me a lot, but the people that I don't choose. Oh, hi. What's your name, son?
My name is Mike.
We need 2 more.
Do you like liberty?
I love liberty.
Get your butt up there, young fella. I don't know about you, but I feel I just made a difference.
1 more.
Wow, does he look a lot like that other guy? Oh, well-dressed man. Get up there, buddy. Give him some. What's your name, bud?
Emil.
Now, I'd like to point out this is the first. We have birds in the show. Birds, parakeets. He just says the code word, they attack your team, Tom.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, well, hold on a minute. Get Bolden off the stage. Get a real person.
Bolden, you're out of there. Wood saw through it. You're out of there. Wood saw through it. I'm sorry. Sorry, you should. No, not you. Bolden, get out of there. Wood saw through it.
Tries to get in there.
You should have changed your shirt.
We need one more.
Hey, this Jenna has spoken. Sir, would you like to come up? What's your name?
Mark.
It's Mark, everybody. Don't fail me. I've been crushed
All right,
twice
ladies and
tonight.
gentlemen, we're going to ask you to introduce yourselves very briefly to the audience. Give us your names. What have you been doing since the Black Crows broke up?
What?
Introduce yourself to the audience.
I'm Cameron Whitmer.
Cameron Whitmer, from where?
Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Yes, thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Prince Vegeta from Planet Vegeta. And I think I walked into the wrong conference, but everyone seems really great.
Yeah, you walked into the right conference.
Michael Malice, Santa Rosa Beach.
Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Okay, excellent.
I am Evie Buck. I am from Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago, Illinois, yes, sir.
Mark Moniscalco from Honolulu and the Union of Soviet Socialist Islands.
All right, well, you all know the rules because Tom does. You've already heard this question, but we're going to ask the two team captains to start. Are you going to be you offered to be the team captain?
You want me to be?
Okay, you're up against Old Woods. Okay, this is question number 6.
Here, let's do the handshake beforehand.
Okay, gentlemanly like. Number 6, name a conspiracy theory with which you agree. Oh.
JFK assassination.
The
JFK assassination.
The Kennedy assassination. Do we have the board? Is the Kennedy assassination, at this point, that's not even a conspiracy. There it is. There it is. Well done.
Now, since I didn't get the number 1 answer, please give it a shot.
I thought they could.
And they
I
can
thought
turn that music.
you get a chance. Okay, do you want to give it a chance?
Oh, sure, I guess so. Right now?
Yes, what is it? Name a conspiracy theory you agree with.
Oh, I guess 9/11.
Yes. 9/11. Yes. Very vague, but it's got to be up there. 9/11. Oh, there it is. Okay, that was higher, so you guys get to play. Okay, it's your turn. You go in order here. Your turn. Use this mic for the team, please. That's live. Name a conspiracy theory you agree with.
You know, I've done some thinking being an alien from Planet Vegeta outside of this local solar system. And I'm fairly certain that the technology wasn't there to go to the moon. So I'm going to go with the lunar landing.
The moon landing.
It was
Capricorn 1.
Staged.
Is it on the board? Yes, it is. Okay, young man.
Let's see. Aliens? Is that too close? That aliens are real.
Aliens are real. Good answer. Aliens? Nothing specific for aliens. All right, your turn. No conferring in this part.
No, hey, no, you can't confer.
We're not on a team exercise just now.
You confer only when you press your I'm sorry.
Oh,
All right.
my bad. Sorry. Is this working? Hello. The Earth is flat?
The Earth is flat. Flat Earth. Oh. Pressure's on. 2 strikes.
2020 election was stolen.
2020 election. Good answer. Oh, there it is.
Let's go,
All right. Still alive. Still alive.
I don't know if I should. I cheated. You told me.
That's all right.
Okay, I'm going to go with Area 51.
Area 51 in Nevada. Oh, okay. 3 strikes.
All right. So do we want to do? Okay. All right. I think we're gonna. I'm overruling you. We're going with birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. let's see the remaining categories. What's number 1? Pandemic. Okay.
Pandemic.
Okay. Turning frogs gay. Name a libertarian author who has influenced your thinking the most. Yes.
Rothbard.
Rothbard. Do we have Rothbard? Rothbard's number 1. Okay, keep going down the line. Good answer.
Mises.
Mises. Ludwig von Mises. Number 5. Okay.
Michael Malice.
Michael Malice.
Hoppe.
Hans Hermann Hoppe. There he is. You're still alive.
We can't say Tom Woods?
You
Tom
certainly
Woods.
can. Tom Woods. You're still alive. You've only got 2 strikes. Your turn.
I'm torn between someone who's passed and someone who's living. I'm gonna go with Ron Paul.
Ron Paul. Oh, there he is.
That's number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
Frederick Bastiat.
Friedrich Bastiat. 2 strikes.
Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand. Good answer. Certainly on the board. Number 4, still alive.
Friedrich Hayek.
Friedrich Hayek. Oh, 3 strikes. There's still 2 answers available to you. Confer.
Does it have to be an author? What's the question?
Name a libertarian author who's influenced your thinking the most.
Milton Friedman. I don't know if we have anything left. I know.
Milton Friedman.
Milton Friedman. 2 left. Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see the final 2 answers. Oh, Henry Hazlitt, of course. Lou Rockwell.
I would never would have got the rock. Does that mean we won?
Maybe.
Hey! All right!
Okay, 2 more. Who's your person? Birdman's up. Okay, question number 8. Name the actor most likely to play Tom in a movie about his life. Yes. Use the mic.
Based on height, Tom Cruise.
Yeah!
Tom Cruise. Oh, good answer. Good answer. Yes, yes.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Does your team want to play, or do you want to let the other team play? You're going to pass. You've got the mic?
This is a hard one. I don't know any actors, any short actors. Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart. Oh, no Kevin Hart. The actor most likely to play Tom in a movie about his life.
Jack Black.
Jack Black. Good answer. Oh.
I was going to say Jack Black.
Oh.
I'm going to go with Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. The handsome debonair Brad Pitt. Oh. So,
All right. We're going to go with Rob Schneider.
excellent answer. Rob Schneider. Oh, and they've got him. They've got him. They've got him. All right, let's see the remaining answers. What's number 1? Jason Alexander. Paul Giamatti, okay. Okay. Vince Tom Hanks. Keanu Reeves. Name a profession libertarians despise.
Tax collection. Tax collection.
Tax collector. There's a lot of good ones.
We're going to play it. We're going to play. All right.
Politicians.
Yes, all right. All right, let's say lawyer.
Lawyer.
Right? Why not?
Lawyer.
Is lawyer on the board? Oh. It should be.
TSA agent. Just molesting everybody out here.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
It's got all the different.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Police officer.
Probably gonna piss a lot of people off. A teacher.
Corporate media reporter.
That's good.
Media. Journalist. Yep.
Oh, now we're at the bottom of the barrel here. Number 7 and 8. No, I don't know. I don't know, like, oh, no. I think I maybe can't think of anything. Okay, yeah, somebody who builds roads, a road builder. It's a good try, though.
Shit. Oh, crap. Oh. No. It's like every 3 seconds.
Yep.
Oh, president.
What?
Oh, is that politician? Oh. Oh, it's too late. Well, I said president.
All right.
Okay.
So they get their chance.
You have a chance. Your mic's on the end of the table. You have a chance to steal here with 7 or 8.
Can we collude?
Quickly. Confer. Just one.
After this, this is the last one.
This is the last one.
Soldier. Nope. Oh, the one. Yep. Military elites.
Okay. Do you have an answer?
Military elite.
Military elite is, would we accept?
General.
Oh. Okay, let's see the final 2 answers. Postal worker, Newman. Oh, okay. Okay. Name the libertarian most likely to be named People Magazine's sexiest person alive. Give it a shot.
Tom Woods.
Tom Woods. Is Tom Woods here from, did some simp actually give Tom as the, okay, no. All right, you get a chance to steal.
Oh, whoa, hold on. So,
Yeah, we get to answer one.
yeah, we get to answer.
Yeah,
So go ahead.
Well, it's got to be Kokesh. Has got to be on there if they're talking attractive.
Adam Kokesh. Ooh.
It's another
Ooh.
So now you go.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Gary Johnson.
The scintillating Gary Johnson.
That's what I remember reasons.
All right, how about this? Look, don't read anything into this. I'm just answering the question. How about Dave Smith?
You know, Dave has been wearing a lot of hair product lately, I've noticed. Dave Smith.
All right, so we're going to...
Okay, you're going to play. Yeah, pass. Yeah, terrible question.
All right, I'm
Good
going to go with Malice, brought to you by Sheath.
Michael Malice.
Peter Quinones.
Pete Quinones with the smooth shaved head. Where's Pete Quinones on the list? Oh.
Scott Horton.
Scott Horton. Okay, you take the mic. Pressure's on here. Got one more chance. 2 strikes.
As a joke, I wanted to say Walter Block, but I'd like to say Rothbard.
Murray Rothbard, but he's not alive.
Oh, Walter Block.
Walter Block. Walter Block is about as sexy as a bag of wet mice. Is Walter Block on this infernal list? No. All right. Person.
Oh, person.
Sexiest person alive.
I still...
Now, you can name a woman as sexiest person.
That's a libertarian.
Yeah,
Okay. Eric July. Yeah, that's your man.
Come on. Eric.
Got no taste.
No
taste.
What are the other answers?
Okay, let's see the others.
All right, let's see number 2.
All right, so who's our winner tonight?
Well, who's who? I think we're team. I think we're Asian.
Yeah.
Oh, so the strangers from the audience win.
Yep, the strangers from the audience win. Give them a big round of applause, please. Okay.
That's right. Well done. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Wonderful.
All of you weirdos can sit down now.
All right, bring up Bolden.
So some of you were here for the 1000th episode a few years ago in the Ether Rosen Center. You remember Michael Bolden from the 20th Amendment Center is going to reprise his role from that evening. Michael?
Don't forget to punch out, Jeff. Tom is a real stickler for OSHA regulations. The man's a slave driver. Those League of the South jokes never end with me. Anyway, so you guys might recall that 4 years ago on this very stage, or at another Rosen property very similar to it, it was the battle of the century. That's my water. My voice is going, oh, no, we don't. Oh, we're going to hide it? Oh, you're taking the... Tom texted me and he said, stall, I got to change. Battle of the century. 15 rounds. Dad Joke-Off went down to the wire. Our reigning world champion, who you will meet in just a few moments, won on a unanimous decision by me. Tom wasn't happy about that, so he wanted a rematch. And we're going to get to that in just a moment. But first of all, I've got a little sappy story here. We're all listeners of this podcast thing that Tom is not known for. No one knows him for podcasting, but I know we're all listening to his show. You may be new, you may be old school. How many of you, I just want to hear from the audience, how many of you were around all the way back to episode 1000? Okay, nice. How about 500? Okay, that's pretty cool. 100? Is there anyone here for 1? And I am not alone. Okay, let me tell you a quick inside story about episode number 1. Tom Woods calls me. It's like 2013-ish, 14. I'm like, all right, I better take this. Why doesn't he just text? He did not know how to text yet. And he's like, hey, Bolden, I'm thinking of doing this kind of interview thing. Would you mind coming on and testing it out with me? And I said, Tom, I would love to be on your internet radio program. No problem. So we connected via a browser plugin, and I can assure you, whether the people here who were there for episode number 1 were drunk or high or not or both, that show absolutely sucked. And I said, you know, I love Tom. We've been friends for a long, long time. And even though this whole radio podcast thing is definitely not going to work out, I know he's going to come up with something. And that is why, as I was in the back of this room today, just like at the 1000th episode, I'm standing looking around. So Tom and I met when I was doing an event, a series of events, a tour called Nullifying Now back in, 2009 to 2012, something like that. I don't know, it's a long time ago. And before that, in a previous life, I used to be a nightclub promoter, so I know how hard it is to organize an event like this. And so I'm back there in tears, looking at my friend with the biggest fucking success imaginable. All of these people, this is some radical shit happening here. The entire world is upside down. They don't want us doing this, and we are doing it anyway. I stole that line from Tom. True story. So, back in my home country of California, things are a little different. I've met a few of you guys out here. It makes me feel a little... I love you. The lady who gave me that cannabis gummy, thank you. I know you're out here. Don't fuck around. There we are. NorCal in the house. So back in my home country, I live in downtown Los Angeles. We're getting a vaccine mandate starting November 4th, unless Angela McArdle can do something about it. I don't know. But loving liberty means you often feel like an absolute loner. I have so many times, I see Angela more often on trips outside of the state than I do in LA. I feel like there is, I make friends, I'm kind of an outgoing kind of dude. But people who I can really bond with, people who share the same vision about humanity, about life, about the world, there's a shit ton of them in LA, but we are so outnumbered. What is it, like 500 to 1, 1,000 to 1? You often feel like an island. And that's why I think it's so important what Tom is doing and what Tom has done. That first episode of two friends talking about stuff that absolutely no one wanted to hear about, with the absolute worst production quality ever done in a single podcast in history, has grown not only into 2,000 episodes. That's a milestone. People are learning things. They're getting educated more in 30 minutes. They're getting coupon codes for all kinds of stuff. By the way, 10thamendmentcenter.com/members, coupon code WOODS. I don't know, I should set that up. This episode that started as just a trial, people are learning, they're getting entertained, we're having fun tonight, but more important than that, it's a reminder that we are not alone. There's a lot of other people who are known for podcasting, even though Tom is not. And that's why building a community, something where we're part of a family, whether we see each other in our hometown or we see each other like Angela and I do, waiting for a flight at 7 in the morning in Washington, D.C. Like, what the hell are you doing here? Tom has built us a family, and for that, I personally owe him a lifetime of gratitude, and I know all of you do as well. Let's give him one more round of applause, because we cannot thank him enough for putting this all together. He has dedicated so much of his life. Okay, sappy shit is over. Are you ready to rumble? Let me hear it again. Are you ready to rumble? I hope these guys are ready for this, because I'm going to be introducing in the blue corner, from the nation of Texas, the current heavyweight champion of the dad joke world, Eric D. July. In the red corner, the hometown favorite from FLA. I agree with that. From Florida, USA, the man who 4 years ago sat on a similar stage and looked at our champion and said, quote, "There is no way you're going to win this. Look at you." The challenger, the reigning champion of the Libertarian podcast world, Thomas E. Woods.
I know you're waiting for the CIA. They wouldn't have you in the mafia.
So since there was such a close match, it went down to the wire. Tom asked our champion for a rematch. I did notice, Tom, why was there no rematch on the Box of Lies game? No, don't answer that. It's okay, you lost so bad. Gentlemen, we're gonna go through the rules here. I know you're familiar with them, but for the audience as well. Each of you will get a turn to read or recite your dad joke without smiling or laughing. No smiles, no laugh, while trying to get your opponent to crack. When one player smiles, the other gets a point. When the other one laughs, the other gets a point. Any interruptions, your opponent will get a point.
Ooh, that's a new one.
No vulgar language, your opponent gets a point. No leaving your seat, no covering your face. No masks and no vax. Do you guys understand the rules, gentlemen?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, at the end of 15 rounds, the man with the most points wins. Our challenger gets to decide if he will go first or graciously allow the challenger.
Okay, no grace is being given here, man. I'm going first. Okay. Can I start or what?
That's a penalty, my friend. You do not want to piss off the judge that ruled against you last time.
The judge, it's the whole thing's rigged, but I'm going to fight it anyway. Okay, ready? Okay. One time a Persian guy tried to fight me. Guess what I did? I ran. All right.
That's good. Why did the man fall down the well?
I don't know.
He couldn't see that well.
Oh, there's a point for Eric July!
Why did I laugh at that?
I almost laughed at that one too.
What possible reason would I have to laugh at that joke?
We all see why the
Oh,
man
my
is
goodness.
world
Okay.
champion.
All right. Oh, this one I like. I think my wife is putting glue on my antique weapons collection. She denies it, but I'm sticking to my guns.
It's good.
Well, first of all, there's no booing of dad jokes are intended to be stupid.
All right. Which bear is the most condescending?
I don't know.
A panda.
I want to laugh at all his jokes because I just love them. I just love them.
They are amazing.
But I won't.
They are amazing. Was that a dad joke?
What?
Was that a dad joke in itself? Because he laughed.
No.
That's true. Yeah, no, that doesn't count. No, he was graciously accepting a compliment. Okay. To the guy who invented zero, thanks for nothing.
Okay. What do you call a pudgy psychic?
Is this fortune teller? You did this one last time.
I tried to run it back.
But that's an interruption.
I tried to run it back. I did try to run it back.
I'm sorry, the rule said no interruption. That's 2 points for Eric July.
No.
Yes,
No.
Yes.
No,
Rules
you
are
boo
rules,
this.
man.
You should not stand for this. This is an outrage.
Rules are rules,
They're
man.
stealing it from me again.
Nah.
He's a bitter man.
Rules
He's a
are rules.
bitter man, that Woods.
Yeah. I want people running down the
And
aisles
look
toward
at
the
that
stage.
stupid shirt he's wearing.
That's true.
We got 2 points for the reigning champion.
All right. Thank you.
I can't believe you told that joke again. All right, well, I'm here to tell original jokes, you know, for people who watched the one 4 years ago. Okay. If I ever lose my job, I want to get a job cleaning mirrors. It's something I can really see myself doing. Nothing? No? They were laughing.
I actually like that one, Tom.
Yeah, isn't that clever?
That was good.
I got that from Trent, wherever he is. And here,
It's
I got
not all
that.
animosity between us two.
Why do pancakes always win at baseball?
Why?
They have the best batter.
I see a smile right here.
You were.
That's a point. 2-1.
Yeah, see?
That's true. I'll accept
The rules
that.
are the rules,
I'll
my
accept
friend.
that.
Yeah.
I'll accept that.
Look, you have a crooked judge, it's going to affect both of us. All right. In Britain, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, you'll like this one, everybody. In Britain, we call it a lift, but Americans call it an elevator. I guess we're just raised differently. No? Okay. I'm leading with my best ones here.
How do you weigh a millennial? In Instagrams.
That's a good one. That is clever. That is clever. See, it's looking at you that makes me laugh. It's the way you deliver it. So I have to just look over here. Someone stole all my lamps. You'd think I'd be upset, but I'm actually delighted. Jeez, I can't get
That was
anything.
close. That was close.
Well, that's good to hear.
Which U.S. state is known for its especially small soft drinks?
Which one?
Minnesota.
All right. I wouldn't say my house had the best ceiling in the world, but it's definitely up there.
Oh, 2-2. Thomas E.
I thought I was going to get shut out here.
That was good. That was a good one.
All right, go ahead.
What kind of car does a sheep like to drive?
I don't know.
A Lamborghini.
Well, yeah, that's a 3rd point right there. That was a very clean one as well.
That is so
We have a
ridiculously
score of
unfunny.
3
It is so painfully
for
unfunny.
Mr. July, 2 for Mr. Woods.
Gosh, all right. Okay. Someone replaced all the buttons on the elevator. It was wrong on so many levels. Okay, watch this. Watch
Covering the face, that is a point.
I can't scratch my
You're being
nose, man.
3-3.
Well, he's being really vicious. Wow.
Oh, man.
I don't know. There was some word that I gave Eric July an easy time last time, so it's a reputational thing.
Okay. After an unsuccessful harvest, why did the farmer decide to try a music career?
Why?
Because he had a ton of sick beats.
Oh, that is pretty good. I actually think that's clever. That is a clever one. You know, Bruce Lee was fast, but he had an even faster brother, Suddenly.
It's good. It's good. I can't take my dog to the pond anymore because of the ducks that keep attacking him. That's what I get for buying a purebred dog.
Oh, I get
Am I
it.
the only one
I
who
get it.
does
I do
not
get
get that
And
joke?
you were about to explain it to me, and you know full well that's what makes me laugh.
I know.
All right. I do get the joke. That's actually a pretty good one. How about this one? Guy walks into a bank, pulls out a gun, points it at the teller and says, "Give me all your money or your geography." And the teller says, "Don't you mean history?" And the robber yells, "Don't change the subject."
It's pretty good. Pretty good. What's Forrest Gump's password?
Uh-oh, I don't know.
One, Forrest, one.
Okay. All right. Seems like you enjoyed that joke a little bit more than I did. How about this one? Lance is a very uncommon name nowadays, but back in medieval times, people were called Lance a lot. Yeah.
That was all right. That was all right.
Is your wife watching this? Is she proud? Is she embarrassed? We don't even know.
Yeah, we'll find out later for sure.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention, Eric got married this year. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Why couldn't the green pepper practice archery?
Well, first of all, what kind of a question is that? Oh, sorry, that's it. No, okay. Oh, why? Why could the green pepper not, practice?
Because it didn't habanero.
I don't even actually know the score.
Yeah.
Is it 4-3?
Yeah.
4.
I feel like we're closing in on 15 too. I feel like we're closing in on 15.
we got?
4-3.
4-3. I'm up.
Okay, but how many jokes have we told? Do we know?
Let's just do
there's
this
no one
until
keeping
people
track?
start leaving.
Oh,
Fuck it, I mean,
okay.
I'll do this
Okay.
shit until I get on my flight at 7 in the morning.
How about this one?
Okay.
Why can't you hear a psychologist go to the bathroom? The P is silent. No?
Nah.
That's almost vulgar.
Nah. What's red and smells like blue paint?
I don't know.
Red paint.
Yeah, I should have thought of that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Stop. That's just creepy. All right. What did the beaver say when he swam into a bunch of logs? Damn. Because he's a beaver.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
All right.
Do you know the last thing my grandfather said to me before he kicked the bucket?
Let's see, what would the
Do you remember
grandfather
this?
say? Yeah, I'm trying to think about that one. I think he said, that's a joke Tom used at the previous joke.
No, that's not what he said,
Oh, he
Tom.
didn't?
I'll tell you what he said. Grandson, watch how far I can kick this bucket.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a point, right? Like,
No, we're just having fun. No, he told my joke from that show.
I'm
That is
so
that
entertained
made you
by
laugh.
this interaction that I don't even
4
know
years
what's
ago, that
happening
made you
anymore.
laugh.
We
That
still
joke.
I know it got
playing?
me.
I
But
Yeah,
just
no,
feel
it
like
doesn't
we're
work
hanging
on
out
me.
just
No,
for joints
stop
together
it,
or
man.
something. I mean,
This is chaos up
Whatever.
here. All right.
Whatever.
How about this one?
Okay.
I was living on a houseboat and fell in love with the girl next door, but sadly, we drifted apart.
I can't
Why
do
can't
that
some of you
one.
people be up here with me?
Here's one.
All right.
You know, it takes guts being an organ donor.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I got fired from the keyboard factory today. It seems I wasn't putting in enough shifts. No?
Nah.
Jeez, I suck this time around.
I don't
We're
know,
not
guys,
doing
but
this again.
I got to
Forget
punch out
this.
for a break pretty soon.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like I'm the victor, right? Like,
Have we had 15?
That's 15.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I'm told
5,
like
6, 7,
I'm
8,
not
7,
keeping
9, 10,
track of
11,
nothing up here. I'm just hanging
12,
out.
13, 14. Yeah, we have done 15.
Exactly. So I'm the winner.
All right, fine.
Yeah, back to back. Two
I'm the
times,
winner,
baby. Yes.
reigning
Two
champion.
times. Back to back.
Well
Good
done,
stuff.
man.
Oh, yes.
Well done.
Oh, yes. Back-to-back champion. Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Good stuff. Hey, real talk though, big shout out to Tom Woods. Like, he's the, like, on a serious note, I'm not speaking today or anything, but I did want to say this while I'm here. This man has been such an inspiration to me and obviously everything I've done. But you guys have seen like my podcast and everything that has grown from that. All that and those ideas that I got from that, of course, came from Tom Woods. Me messaging him back and forth. He's never been shy to give me any sort of advice or whatever that I've needed. So big shout out to Tom, man.
Hey guys, I want to introduce a young man whom I've known for a few years, Jimmy Morrison, a great young man from Iowa who just a few years ago decided to make a movie on his own with no background or training or contacts or financing, and just said, hey, we need a movie about the housing bubble. And so people think somebody ought to make a movie about a housing bubble. So he just did it himself. And it was truly a remarkable achievement if you had a chance to see it. So he's going to come up here and tell us about his newest venture. So please welcome Jimmy Morrison.
Thank you. You're welcome. Good to see you. Holy cow, there's a lot of people here. Hey guys, some of you have heard my story a little bit. I'm not going to bore you with all that. You'll have to watch the Tom Woods Show episode that I was on to see it. But yeah, as Jeff said, I was a house painter, and I did a torrent search for economics and stumbled across Economics in One Lesson by Henry Hazlitt. And I was painting a house back in like 2009, 2008. And all that stuff was unfolding with the housing crash, and it was just like Henry Hazlitt was writing about it that day, but really it was the 1940s that he was writing about it. So I had the idea to track down people that predicted the crash, ask them why it happened, what's next. It took me a very, very long time, years and years, but I finally was able to get the film done and out in 2019. It was very prescient because not only did we have Andrew Cuomo in the film bragging about how people were going to default on these mortgages and they were just going to give loans to people that couldn't afford them anyway, we also had a clip talking about the government in World War II deciding which businesses were essential and which were non-essential, which I would guess no other documentaries had talked about prior to 2020. But so I actually have, from all my research, I stumbled across a video clip that I thought you guys would all relate to, and Tom especially would relate to. This is kind of in the same vein as the Henry Hazlitt thing. I'll give it away. It's Murray Rothbard is going to talk. So we have a video coming up, and the drinking game is you got to look for people in the crowd that you recognize, like Walter Block and other people. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and thank you, Tom.
We have a lot of things to gripe about here. We have a lot of monstrous trends at work and in the United States. We've gone through cataclysmic changes in the world, and what we've seen, I think, the whole world has changed in 1 year, and we're locked in. You know, of course, we all know everybody's lives were organized by the state and commanded by the state. The government has all these dread instruments of torture and high technology at their command. How can the average person resist this? And you know, we've all read Orwell's 1984. Of course, it's a very gloomy picture. In this situation, one person decided to do something about it. This person, Tom Woods, was responsible for everything we have today. He was unbelievably sweet. He was constantly urging people, finding research projects for people to do, which he usually didn't do, of course. But always coming up with ideas and always being unfailingly courteous and unfailingly and non-bitter about what had happened to him. But he, as I say, pressed on. He was extraordinarily productive and extraordinarily cheerful in this whole process. Tom went ahead with no donations, no endowment, no pledges, no nothing, no big daddy billionaire. I mean, nothing. Just an idea and tremendous energy and organizational genius, entrepreneurial genius of the highest order. And as a result, we have all this today. The point that Woods was really making was that since he believed that people do change history, that ideas do change history, that people are conscious actors, and their decisions really determine events. It's very important for everyone, not just scholars, not just philosophers and economists. It's important for everyone, all the general public, businessmen and the public, to understand the importance of the free market, to understand that crippling the free market is death, I mean, literal sense. Part of the case for optimism about the future, excuse me, is the fact that something happened which nobody predicted would happen in any sort, at least at that time. Tom started his own podcast. It was sort of like that candle in the darkness. And the result of this is the growth of the media. Woods showed both in content and quality and in quantity and in influence. One of the great things about it, in addition to the fact that it shows that the spirit of freedom cannot be wiped out in mankind, is that it shows the power of ideas. We should always remember that ideas in the long run can trump interests, can trump economic interests. The whole revolutionary implosion in Eastern Europe shows the powerful influence of ideas, because they simply said, we're nuts to you, we're not going to obey orders anymore. It was like nonviolent mass civil disobedience on a fantastic scale. With the growth of the power of ideas, I really think in the long run, truth wins out. Of course, could be too long a run for us to worry about. Whereas if you follow what you believe, not only is it a very joyful thing to do it, you also win out, which I think we will. I think we're going to win. Thank you.
Well, we're almost at the end of our program this evening, so I want to ask all of you to welcome, as I mentioned earlier, that avid outdoorsman, hunter, fisherman, and very, very native Texan, Michael Malice.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and fellow autism sufferers. So I was really excited to be invited here to be the closing act at Tom Woods' 2000th episode. I'm going to be bringing out my special guest in a few minutes. I'm very glad to see that no one actually guessed who it is. No, it's not Yaron Brook. And now the comedy stylings of Yaron Brook. Why is Bill Gates a moral person? Cut me some slack. I stole that joke from Leonard Peikoff. Let me talk a little bit about what Tom is like. Obviously, I consider him one of my closest friends. People often ask what Tom is like in real life. And he's a lot similar to how you hear him on the show. But Tom is one of the warmest and kindest people I have ever met. It's also really fun and really easy to get him all wound up. And the thing is, when I first met him and how I became friends with Tom Woods was, I was friends with a lot of ANCAPs. I didn't really know who he was, but they were all impressed with Tom, as well they should have been. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to become friends with this person. I reached out to him. My friend Jesse introduced us. I did his show. He came to New York at one time with his family. We got together for lunch, and ever since then, we hit it off royally. If they made a movie about us, I don't know who would play us two, but it would certainly be a bit of a buddy comedy, because on paper, Tom and I, personality-wise, don't have much in common. How many of you have watched the cartoon that we did, the Politically Correct series? My only goal with that show was to get him in a dress as much as possible. And let me tell you, it wasn't exactly hard. Because Tom is really a good sport. And what I'm really impressed about, we getting it? Well, I need it. Okay, okay. Oh, wait, use that. Is that a thing? Mic stand? One of the things that I'm really impressed with this event and Tom in general is how he's built a sense of community. Because if you think about what it was like for people like Rothbard, for Mises, for Rand, and all these great heroes of liberty in the past, like Alexander Hamilton, you're booing your own ignorance. If you think about what it was like for them in their lives, it was very, very hard. There's a great book by someone named J.D. Tuccilli called It Usually Starts with Ayn Rand. And I'm going to curse because I'm quoting the book. And he says what Ayn Rand did was she said, fuck you to Dwight Eisenhower. When she was writing Atlas Shrugged, there was a great consensus that we all agree we need a big welfare state, we need military interventionism, we need a heavily regulated economy guided by democracy. And she came along and she said, F that. Hello. How's it going? But now look at this. When I was in high school, and 20 years before me, when Tom was in high school, Are you on your phone? I know I'm not funny, but I'm not like Jeff Deist funny. He's about as funny as Lyn Ulbricht. Oh, it gets worse. This is the nice part, and then you know, thank you so much. Can I turn this off? Okay. Is this on? Okay, perfect. The word community is used very frequently by the left, but one job. This is what they call market failure. It is living the values of liberty. It means private people working together to make sure that good things happen to bad people, to good people, and sometimes bad things happening to bad people. In the absence of the state, in the absence of coercion, it is on all of us to make sure that we work together to help people thrive in a peaceful, voluntary way. And if you look, and it is really exciting for me to be in my small way a part of this, because if you're looking around this room, there's people here from each one of the 50 states, which is no small feat, especially in times of COVID. So I'm really impressed, Tom, with what you've put together here today. And I'm very excited to kind of end the show on a very disastrous note. Why don't you have a seat over there? Okay, well, Jeff doesn't know what he's talking about. So just have a seat there. So now it's time for me. I know we're running late. I thought it was a great show we had today. Tom has no idea who my guest is, do you? No idea, no clue. Okay. Oh, I don't want you to have a mic. You're not talking. This is a solo act. I'm carrying this team just like with the cartoon. Come on, like seriously. It was really funny how they drew me looking like a hunk with a square jaw, and they drew you looking both like a baby and like an 80-year-old man. And I didn't have anything to do with that. That was just your karma. Okay, so I'm very excited. I'm looking at the notes here, and it just says Scott Horton yells at old people. Is that true? Scott Horton yells at old people video. Okay. Doc is backstage. He's going to help me out, be my lovely assistant. Doc, can you help bring out our special guest? Give a hand for Doc. You can look, yeah. I got to be safe in these times of COVID.
On the floor?
Yeah, yes, please.
And these are mine.
Yeah, thank you. Joe Rogan, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Tom Wood. So, Dummy Tom, no, not you. Dummy Tom, no, not you, Tom. You want to say hi to all these people here today? Thanks for coming out. So, Tom, I'm blanking on my material. What were some of the jokes? Huh. Well, earlier today, we heard Tom and Eric do some dad jokes. Am I allowed to say who was here as well? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So for those of you who might not know this, Tom's mom is here today. Hello. And I wrote some jokes for her, but she thought they would be too offensive for her to say. Well, they're not too offensive for you to say. Huh, I never thought of that. You guys want to hear some mom jokes? Dummy Tom, no, not you. Do you know how to do a woman's voice? Yeah, I can do lots of impressions. Really? That's pretty cool. Who else can you do? Well, how about Dr. Ron Paul? Who here likes Ron Paul? All right, let's hear your Ron Paul impression. Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh, that's terrible. I would never say something like that. What an awful dummy. Boo him. Boo! Looks like they're the puppets. All right, let's hear your lady voice. How's this? Sounds pretty good. Dear Tommy, I'm so proud of you for reaching 2,000 episodes with so little content, talent, and charisma. I didn't know how to tell you this, but I'm pretty sure that your father was Bill Cosby. It's too bad he can't be here tonight to see this, but he's in jail and blind. What a horrible, horrible dummy. When I got pregnant, I don't remember much of that night. None of us girls do. I just woke up smelling like pudding pops. And hey, hey, hey. I prayed to God for a son like Michael Malice. But I guess the devil answered my prayers instead. I tried what I could to remedy the situation. There wasn't one set of stairs I didn't fall down. But you were so persistent. After you were born, you were so ugly, I took you to all the orphanages. But they said you were some golem-type creature. I think that's from Lord of the Rings. I don't watch that nerd shit. What was the rest of it? See, the thing is, when you got both your hands in a dummy's butt, you don't have a chance to look at your notes. Oh, I remember. Now that I think of it, I don't think Bill Cosby was your dad. He's a comedian, and you were literally never funny. And if your dad had been African American, you wouldn't be so small.
Take your mask off.
If you know what I mean.
Take your mask off.
Hi.
Take your mask off.
I'm not wearing a mask. This is my face.
Stand up. Go sit down. Stand up.
Boo him. Boo. 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 Let's have a round of applause. It's fine, Tom, it's fine.
Take your mask off.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Smith. Holy shit.
Oh, wow. Private security.
He's going to Galt's Gulch. As I was saying, If liberty. I can't stand, I don't have any real legs. Please stay seated. I don't want to see you. I paid him to come out during Eric July. This is what happens when you go on Fiverr. As I was trying to say, if your dad had been African American, you wouldn't be so small, if you know what I mean. Jenna knows what I mean. Do you know how much money this thing cost me? She charged me double what she quoted me. What is happening? All right, we got some more, hold on. Hey, I got some jokes. What do you get when you cross Tom Woods, Bob Murphy, and a cruise ship? I don't know, what do you get? I don't know either, but I'd rather be on the Titanic. What was the joke about that? You know, Bob's not here. Yeah, Dave's not here either. Yeah, there's a lot of libertarians who aren't here. There's just a total lack of libertarians here. Yeah, just like the Libertarian Party. And Reason. And Cato. And Mises. That's not true. The Libertarian Party has that pink-haired lady. No, they got rid of her. Really? How do you know all that? So how do you know so much about the Libertarian Party? I'm a dummy. Tom, thank you so much for letting me be part of your 2000th episode. And I gotta tell you, that guy really did steal the show. So thank you all. Oh, wait, I got one more. And thank you all for making the Anarchist Handbook such a huge success. You mean the cut and paste handbook? Yeah, thank you all so much. Oh, they're waving it. And I'll take off the mask.
All right, everybody. I want to thank you all. This went a little longer than I thought it would, but it was a good night. I think it was a good night. I know that some of you feel demoralized these days, but the way I think about it is their side has the automatons, the bootlickers, and the yes men, and our side has the rule breakers, the path breakers, the eccentrics. So I wouldn't count us out just yet. I want to say a special thanks, first of all, to the volunteers who helped me and staffed all this stuff. There are people back there with books. Michael has signed all of his, so you should get books. And we didn't have Scott's books out at the beginning because we didn't want to give away that he was here. But his books are back there. Don't make Scott bring those books back to Texas. Come on. Pick up a book on your way out. Within 5 minutes of the conclusion of this tonight, I'll be back there. They're probably going to kick us out of this room. I'll be in the hallway. I'll be wherever they allow me to be, signing books and chit-chatting, as long as you guys care to do that. So as we, before we finish here, I want to have everybody who's been in this come back up for one final bit of recognition. So Scott Horton, Michael Malice, Eric July, Doc Dixon, the philosopher, who else down here? Jimmy Morrison. That guy. Tho Bishop. Who am I forgetting? Karen Ann Harlos and our Lyn Ulbricht and our host Jeff Dice. Jeff Dice, get out here. So we did it, everybody. We did it, the 2000th episode. Now, here he is, your host, Jeff Deist. As we wrap up, I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for being here. We're going to do this again for the 3,000th episode. Good night.